Good evening. My name is Wolfgang Lieberknecht. I speak from the International Peace Factory, Manfred, and I want to invite you today to a workshop at 7 p.m. Middle European time. How can we reduce the dangerous global confrontation with a new policy of détente? And you find the link on our homepage that you can join with Zoom. Internationale-Friedensfabrik-Wanfried.org. Why is this subject so important? In my view, we as humanity will only escape a nuclear war with luck and a great political effort, a great international political effort. We should make this effort. The survival of mankind is at stake. These reports of the last weeks show the danger. In the waters of China, there are frequent near misses between Western and Chinese ships. In the airspace in Eastern Europe, on the border of the newly admitted countries to NATO and Russia, there are constant mutual rackings. At a video summit in the recent weeks between the governments of the US and China, Biden warned for a confrontation between the world powers. Vladimir Putin wants the NATO not to cross a red line in the Ukraine in its arms delivery and military support. NATO, in turn, wants Russia. We like to suppress the fact that this is a very dangerous situation for us all worldwide. But we have the experience of the last century. Two wars between great powers and on global domination have cost mankind more than 80 million people. In the Cold War area, several near nuclear wars, we could only escape them by luck. What is there to suggest that a new war will not come? Here, some voices who are warning in the US and in the Anglo-Saxophone area. Professor Wolf from the US says that the background is the danger of a war, that the USA, which has dominated the world for many decades, for the first time, has a real challenger in China, which is also the equal to the US in terms of its basis, the economy. China will, if it remains peaceful, overtake the US in economic power. Some scholars assume that it has already overtaken the US. But the economic base is also the basis for political influence in the world, and also sooner or later the military strengths. Every day today, the US is getting weaker relative to China if it stays peacefully. If the realist school of international relations is taken as a yardstick, which does not believe in cooperation, but in cooperation between states, but in an internal struggle for supremacy. Professor Mersheimer is a representative of this realistic school. He argues that the US will not allow China to overtake it in power. The USA would break all treaties if there were not longer advantages for it. And it would not put up that with that from any other power like China. Professor Allison, also from the USA, has studied the great power conflicts in the last centuries. 16 times, he says, there has been a situation comparable to today's situation, that a rapidly emerging power threatens to overtake a previously dominant power. 12 times it has come to war. He warns against war, but considers it likely. For years, the British-Australian journalist John Pilger has been warning of the US war against China. The title of his film is The Coming War on China. He concludes, given the encirclement of China with US military bases and allies, that it could amount to war unless people become aware of it and prevent it through active peacetime action. Let us remember, next week is the anniversary of the award of Nobel Peace Prize to Willy Brandt. With his policy of the détente during the Cold War, he courageously opposed confrontation politics. Are there possibilities of a détente initiative again today? What can we as individuals and what can peace initiatives contribute? We will discuss this tonight at a networking workshop for a new policy of détente. However, in English, in order to promote international networking, Rainer Braun from the International Peace Bureau will present his ideas on this. Again, I invite you at 7 p.m. to join our workshop. Greetings, Wolfgang Lieberknecht.